Okay, sure. Compare my mom to a grape. Why not?
So what
So
about
I
it?
guess that means Faruzan is a 4-star unit.
The what now?
That's the name of the new character that's being teased in the launcher for Genshin right now.
Hmm.
Wait, did someone just enter? I should lock the door. Actually, let me do that. It's nighttime now. I'll be right back.
Okay. So what that mean?
Speaking of me doing dishes, actually, the water pressure right now is really strong for some reason. So strong, in fact, that when I was doing the dishes, you could hear the pressure from the sink. Like, it was making a noise as I was washing the dishes.
Uh-huh.
Like, geez. And obviously, it would only become stronger the moment I turned off the faucet.
Yeah.
I think it's still doing the thing right now. I hope nothing's gonna explode.
I hope everything explodes.
We already have plenty of leaks as it is in our house. Anyway, need to check if the recording is recording the recording.
But what if the recording is the recording?
Anyway, alright, time to do La Main Quest.
I want to do it, but I'm doing some other game.
Since Scaramouche, the weekly boss, is someone we need in order to unlock the full potential of Nahida. Right, although her talents are all only level 3 right now. She's level 70 and she's got decent stats. Let's try using her. Right, what team can we have for Nahida?
Time to broaden our horizons
Obviously,
again.
we want the Pyro and Electro and Hydro. I'll have Barbara. Why not? So now all that matters is the Electro and the Hydro. Right, obviously we want
Stay close and you will live.
but I guess we want a DPS. Yanfei maybe? Or Yoimiya?
This is a new.
More companions!
I'll try Yoimiya.
Hooray!
If I went with Hu Tao, this team would have one from every 4 nation that's currently available. Hu Tao would be from Liyue, Barbara would be from Mondstadt, the Raiden is from Inazuma, and Nahida's from the Dendro place.
Annoying. Hmm.
Alright, let's go find some fodder.
Some father?
Fodder!
Why are you looking for your father?
No, Fodder. I know you're. Oh, right. Let me press my E.
Kitty boppity. Harut, Marut, you must resist the power
Okay.
of everyone hold hands. Nothing escapes my eyes.
Today,
Everybody hold hands. It's really weird that Nahida floats whenever she has her E
Hey!
doing the thing.
why is it weird?
I don't know, I just think it's weird. Of course Catherine has nothing on her mind.
Good God, man.
Someone's probably already made a video showcasing all the voice lines with Nahida.
Obviously.
And of course, it's gonna be in Japanese. And nothing will be in English. These people are based.
Everyone hold hands.
Everybody hold hands.
How can you run around barefoot? Her foot has to be all dirty and shit, you know?
Well, she's a god. So you don't
I see
her.
everything.
There is no escape.
Fire hazard.
How does the artifact set thingy that we're using work for her? Obviously, we got Elemental Mastery for the 4 set. Within 8 seconds of triggering an elemental reaction, the character equipping this will obtain buffs based on the elemental type of the other party members. Attack is increased by 14% for each party member whose elemental type is the same. Elemental Mastery is increased by 50 for every party member with a different elemental type. Each of the aforementioned buffs will count up to 3 characters. This effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds. This character who equips this can still trigger its effects when not on the field. Wow, so I have 777 Elemental Mastery right now on Nahida.
Yeah,
Lucky.
who doesn't care?
When,
You know,
when I can
if I
trigger.
level up my weapon,
Huh?
if I level up my Nahida weapon, I'll probably have like over.
Nice. How come whenever I want to fight someone, no one ever shows up?
No one shows up. It's just how Genshin works.
Okay, let me go to Inazuma. I know some good places with some good enemies there.
Shine down.
Whoa, that's a Inazuma battle.
No, it's the Dendro battle theme I'm singing.
Illusion shattered.
Illusion shattered.
Committed to memory.
What did you say?
Committed to memory.
Fuse is lit.
I guess it makes enough sense that Nahida would have photographic memory. She is the goddess of wisdom.
You mean the goddess of dream?
Sure. I want to see the Hyper Bloom reaction damage, because Quicken, obviously, not a good.
Not a good. Why did you say it like that? It's not
I don't know.
You're turning.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be some samurai bitches here. Where the hell are they? There they are.
Not good.
This might hurt a little.
I imagine it would.
Resting, does it hurt?
Wow.
By the way, Resting,
5,000
when are you gonna
wound
play?
damage. Huh?
When are you gonna play the game that you accidentally downloaded?
Ah, right, yeah. I'm not sure whether or not I'll be recording it. Path to Nowhere, right? That's what you're talking about? Alright, stay there. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, stay there. I need to see the blue
What did you-
reaction
what-
damage. You shit.
You downloaded it and you never played it ever again.
Yeah,
Did you have any
7,000.
big thing?
That's very good.
My blade!
Right, let's electro. Quicken the spread.
How's this?
Yeah, her normal attack damage and stuff is lame, but as long as she
I
has
wonder if you're
other people,
really lucky.
then yeah, her elemental reaction damage carries her, since it's very spammable. So yeah, she can work as a DPS.
Yes, you can. I wonder if you got really lucky that you
Wow.
got really lucky with the gacha. Starting over.
Right. Obviously, since I'm doing the main story, I need to play with a team that obligatorily has Sophia in it. I'm
Nice.
actually gonna be
Time to
changing
broaden the
Sophia
horizons
to
again.
Electro. And yeah, this team's actually already pretty good. And if I want Nahida, I could try making Nahida the DPS. I can go have Shangling or maybe Bennett instead for my
Why would-
hero.
Yeah, Nahida does have Nahida's skills that scale with
Huh? What did you say?
it scales with
I haven't
Nahida's skills scales with
pointed it
attack.
out yet until now since I didn't want to point it out, but you sound absolutely terrible today. Like what's
How
up
does
with
that
that?
work?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why is Discord like this?
Indeed. Oh, he left, I guess. Guess he'll be coming back later. Yep, here he is. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Do I sound horrible?
You sound louder, but I think you sound better at least.
I think I sound more horrible.
I say this is better. At least compare. It's not the same as usual. I still think it's slightly more terrible, but this is better.
Why is Discord like this?
Truly.
Do I sound horrible? I definitely.
You also cut off a lot.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what I can do.
Yeah, me neither. Right. Hello once again, Electro Sophia.
Sophia Electro. Krakatoa.
Baba Booey.
Baba Bui Bui. Bui Baba. The Babas are Bui.
They sure are. It appears I've accidentally gotten rid of Sophia's electro damage gobble.
Gabu, you actually got rid of it.
Nice. Well, I'm just gonna have to level up a new one.
Another one. How do you actually do that?
I don't know.
Did you not lock it?
I gave up locking shit. I just think it's too much of a hassle. I didn't use any leveled up artifacts though. I didn't sacrifice any leveled up artifacts when I was leveling up Nahida's stuff. So I think it's more accurate that I just put it on someone else. Because I forgot.
And what if you didn't?
Well, that would suck. Where the hell are my artifacts?
Nowhere, but everywhere at the same time. Well, that's the only thing that makes sense, right?
Sure. Oh my god, even my emblem of severed fate stuff for Electrosophia.
Again,
Okay, I think Mona is currently using it now. Oops. Fuck.
sounds like a great time.
Oh, and the crit rate emblem that I put on fucking Nahida. That's supposed to be Sophia's. Baloney. I'll just go level up
Baloney?
another one.
Why do you have baloney? Why do you have Bologna?
Guess why not?
Bologna is dumb.
True that, I guess.
Alright, I won. But at what cost? I won, Resty, but at what cost?
$4. I
Yes,
don't know.
redeem. I cannot redeem anything. That okay, cool.
I conveniently have this. Oh god, I can hear it all the way from up here. The
What can you
kitchen
hear?
shit is doing the thing again.
Shall I do it 10 times, Resty?
I don't know. That's up to you. That is your choice. Your time.
One opportunity. One moment. If you had one shot, one opportunity, Resty, what would you do?
One shot, one opportunity. I don't know. Turn into a girl. Become girl.
You cannot.
You never specified what I could and couldn't do.
Yeah, because that doesn't need explanating.
Explanating.
Yes. Oh, I can collect evidence. Oh, I can search evidence. Oh, I didn't know I can buy evidence.
What?
I can buy evidence.
If only real life investigation were as straightforward and easy.
Yeah, indeed.
Processable through commerce and capitalism.
I'm interrogating Ariel.
Cool. Oh, that's a lot of crit rate. That's really good. Alright, goodbye to the old hydro damage bonus Mona was using, I suppose. She has no further use for it. Wow, terrible. How did you manage to avoid the only one substat that was actually worth evolving up? Come on, Elemental Mastery. Okay, at least it leveled up Elemental Mastery once. Cool. I get to keep the 4 set there, and I get the 4 set here. I need a bit of leveling up though. What else do I have?
Hmm.
Let's get these to 16. Nice. I love to see it. Going to crit damage.
Holy shit. Yo, Reggie, I made fucking bitch cry from interrogating her.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh, you're playing Path to Nowhere?
Yeah?
I see. It finally makes sense.
Yeah, what did you think I was doing?
I don't know, I thought you were doing the Archon quest, maybe.
Wait, what?
You never know, there might be some interrogation. I'm about to play it as soon as I finish leveling up my artifacts. The new ones, because I accidentally got rid of... They were shit anyway. Well, these are also shit, but...
You
I
are
think they're less shitty.
Yeah. Who do I interrogate next?
That's like how you get new characters or something.
No. That's how you unlock some more lore about them, and that's about it.
I see. That's cool, I guess.
I'm gonna interrogate the same girl again. Let's go.
Okay.
I interrogate her because it's cheap.
Now that's a sentence.
Yes. Oh, okay. One of the last interrogation for her is cheap as well. It's only 500. So the fucking shit that we use.
Alright, this is an acceptable
Oh.
Sophia. I'm guessing
But
we're going back to
then,
Candace's place.
all the other interrogation targets cost 1,000 actually. God damn.
I'm not sure if that's expensive or not, but considering you're complaining, I'm gonna assume it is.
I'm not. But yeah, the bitch that I interrogated like 3 times only costed fucking 3 times.
Your microphone has actually been slowly devolving, and now it's right back to being super terrible and cutting off.
What?
Yeah. don't know what to say.
What's happening right now?
What to say?
Time for a light show.
I can still hear you talking about your thingy. At least, I guess.
Amazing.
Fish, fish, fish.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah.
Boom! Say no more!
Interrogation
How's
successful.
this? There's more!
Lightning slash.
Boom! How's this?
The fuse is lit.
Use is lit.
With the speed.
Yeah, I just remembered the best weapon.
The best weapon.
Sacrificial. Alright, I'm not using Sing Chu anyway. So bing bang boom bam sham blam fam wham.
Blah, 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 blah. My name is Glob Glob. Lab Glob Glob.
I am the Glub Glub Galab.
Sure,
80% chance every 16 seconds at max refinement for sacrificial. That's cool, I guess. Oh, right. Speaking of refinement, Yoimiya's Rust. Is now at last rank 5 maximum. 80% normal attack damage increase, baby. I have a reputation reward up. Oh, is it from exploring the world? It's finally 20%? Real shit?
Mine was 50%, Rusty.
Of course it is. Even though you play the game less now, you still do so much.
I know.
Fuck, I said this was going to be the main story, but 30
And
minutes
then
into the
it's
recording
boring.
and I'm still just doing busy work. I'm the best. Or why did I go to the character selection menu? I don't like Sumeru's city theme. The daytime version of it makes it sound like yeah, I'm finally 20%. Nice. Sounds like you're walking around the Grand Castle rather than a city plaza. With the wind. me check the recording. Mm-mm. All's well so far. Oh god, lag. Gimme.
Everyone hold hands.
Okay then.
You know, no
Oh,
one in this village would be willing to become an eremite. That's literally impossible. Have you seen this
yeah.
place?
I saw that fucking world cup, right? And I keep getting fucking things to do it. I
I
keep
see.
getting like whenever the fucking it's daytime, the fucking world pass is like, can you go do this?
I guess I made a mistake talking to him then.
Yes.
Damn it, that's why you don't pay attention to to people doing pitches like that. Alright, I have all my audio maxed out, right?
Candace, we're here.
Recording should be good.
Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them.
Please, wait a moment.
Did it actually already finish downloading though? Path to nowhere, I mean. Anyway, what's up? What's
Before
the hold
attending
up?
the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Okay.
Promise me that
Sounds
you won't
sus.
commit to anything too reckless.
Oh, that's it? Okay, I can do that.
What do you think?
I can do that.
Okay.
Kasha pulses, the cup of flame rises. Act 5.
Hey, and Mora, or trade anything you own.
Alright, back to the chief's house we go.
It's okay.
Can I see the thoughts of these people?
Did I see something wrong?
I sure can. Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me. What's on your
I
mind?
see a
Clouds are like paintings in the sky.
They really aren't, lady. I keep
Let the
fantasizing.
show begin.
Yeah.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
Something serious.
We already discussed things a bit.
Without me,
Hey,
it's
where
no
have you
fun.
been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Literally no time has passed, lady. Let's go.
Very well.
Let's go, Resty.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try. The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
What's the point of having a scene where you planning, but you skip over them actually going over their plan? I don't get it. I don't
I
get
don't know.
writers. What's the point? Why not just cut straight to the chase? Again, though, this is a pretty Genshin thing to do. I've already discussed this with the story quests and stuff.
Yes, you have.
They like to put in plenty of
You're
filler
finally
content
done.
so they can get that 2 hours worth.
I have some other stuff to take care of.
Why do
Catch
you
you all later.
keep torturing yourself?
Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
I wasn't gonna
That's
say
what
anything.
I wanted to hear. Take care.
Oh, she was
I
talking
can
to
do it.
Candace. Oops, my bad.
Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things
We'll
must have gone
make
quite
car
well.
move on the next Jinegar of the day. What the fuck is Jinegar of the day?
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
Everything will go wrong,
To be
Paimon.
honest, I feel the same.
Soldiers have a
But you're
saying,
already some of the most
no
capable
plan
people I know.
survives first
So
contact
you
with
have
the
my
enemy.
trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Not
Your
really
deeds
something
speak
to be
for
excited about,
themselves.
Paimon.
Yes, Resty. Everyone should always be
We
excited
stayed
about.
behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
Bye-bye, minor character.
I'm very glad to hear that.
See you when you
I've
get a
said
story
the same
fucking
thing
quest.
to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care.
Oh, not like we can do anything if we're dead.
You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
It's time to save the LOLI damsel in distress.
The LOLI Resty in distress.
Who dat? An Aramite. Oh, is it him? Yep.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Sounds
Okay.
good. I'll go make some preparation.
Them.
I forgot you can hear this.
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she
It's
did.
your mic.
But I think my point also bears repeating.
Nice
Our
suppression
plan
is
is
off.
not
I don't
child's
feel like
play.
turning it on.
We won't be able to
So,
achieve anything
Nice.
if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
No pain,
I
no
hope
gain. I
you're-
know the saying.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
That's not his
Didn't we
thing.
already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all.
Cop shit.
It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
We get it.
Speaking of the front
I
lines,
get it at least.
you don't look anything like a soldier.
That's because he's not.
Of course.
He's a scholar.
Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even
Not
among
like the
members
rest
of the
of
same
them.
species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon
High
still
on his
remembers when
ego,
those
he is.
mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment.
No, I'm pretty sure.
That reminds me.
Whatever.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge.
Yeah.
You have
Still
a good
doesn't
memory.
make sense how knowledge
Forbidden
can
knowledge
somehow
has the
give
power
you
to drive
sickness.
people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we
If we're
encountered
going
may
by
have all
Call of
fallen victim to
Cthulhu
the
rules, then
corrupting
yeah, you
qualities of
become more
forbidden
insane the
knowledge.
smarter you are.
But the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction.
All I thought was getting
The
a bunch of
withering,
dialogue for this.
Elazar, and the
Nice.
sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
Yes, pollution that is caused from people knowing that 33 plus 77 is equal to 110.
But
It makes no
Paimon
sense.
thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms.
One
At
that's
least,
simply
that's what
pollution.
Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that...
Ah, you've connected the dots.
Wait, what has
The cause
Paimon
of Irminsul's
connected?
illness may
Paimon's smarter
precisely
than
be
me,
the pollution
impossible.
from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case,
He's always been
what
smarter
should we
than you.
do? This is huge!
We must all become monkey brain, quick.
Wait, why do you
Let's be the
think Lesser
monkey
Lord
brain.
Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
Because she a monkey brain.
You mean
Her big
it's
monkey
related to
bed.
the
It's
scene
too
you
big
saw
for
when
you.
you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces.
That's what I wanted to do from the very beginning. Save the LOLI.
To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite
Child
base.
abuse is never right. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is, in every sense of the word, actually a child. Not Tartaglia. I meant child without an E at the end. Okay.
Why are you talking about the Taglia abuse?
It happens. It happens once a week.
I know. Every week, you abuse Tartaglia.
Yep.
3 times as well.
Yeah.
With all his health and everything.
Oh, you made it.
I can't believe you do that, Rusty.
What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Did they turn insane?
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
Okay, cool. They're
How's the
still
work
good.
going?
Don't think you're getting a lesser sentence.
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Extracting canned knowledge.
Look
What
here.
else?
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on
Props
your
to
face?
Paimon's voice
you
actor,
scared?
honestly, though.
Paimon's a little scared.
Must be really hard
Very,
to
very furious.
always talk in such a high pitch like
That's
that.
an interesting
And it
response.
doesn't sound
it's
like
the
it's
girl.
post-processed.
Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet.
The girl.
As I mentioned during the meeting,
So that
this
makes it a
knowledge
lot
capsule
more
contains
easier.
a decree I drew up in the past.
You
The
know,
academia should
Doesn't make
also
it
have their
any
own
less
copy.
harder.
And according to the plan we just came up with,
well, yeah, but no.
Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule.
What can I record into the capsule? I'm a stupid.
Do you believe
You
we
can
can save
put,
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Pokemon X Nahida.
That
That is a joke.
Sure.
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now,
Were you saying something
please
you
get
cut
ready
off?
to
I
put on
think
this device.
if you were.
No.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
yes,
That doesn't count as knowledge.
Paimon is still
Sure.
really worried.
I understand. But
Conviction
trust
is
me,
a feeling.
Paimon, this is something we
You
have
put
to
those
do.
inside fragments
best if
so,
you can do
so
as
that
I
they
say.
can be used to
Because,
power up
to
reflector
achieve this
powers.
impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick,
Yes, I
self-encouragement
know.
may be the
The
most important
reference
tool
is
we have.
very blatant.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Why the boob shot?
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Nice.
Everything
Politics.
went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Policia.
Let me imagine. Yes, a happy ending. I saved the damsel in distress and even got a kiss.
Now, open your eyes.
All I see is Alhaitham instead.
Here.
And he's still good, I guess. He's still hot, I guess.
Read it out loud.
Nanny, okay. Some stirring words have been written on the note. Although you don't quite understand the purpose of recording, you still follow Hayden's
It's
orders
done.
to the note. Well, that was a thing.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
Daijobu.
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the
I
point
record
of
myself
doing
all the
this?
time.
Paimon
There's
doesn't
definitely
get
no
it.
negative effects during the recording.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
What do you
Have
mean,
you forgotten?
Rusty?
Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth.
I see what you're
Imagine
doing
if you've
now.
been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need.
Google it.
After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
Reliant.
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You
Because
could
shit
say
gets
that those kinds of
complicated.
ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Yansei would know a thing or two
Are
about
really
that.
out there. Are all
Nice.
Sumeru scholars like this?
Yeah, I'm not a scholar.
Anyway,
I'm just looking
that's
for
enough
my bro.
chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and
I
start
mean, if
preparing
you
for the
think
next
about it,
step.
Rusty, you're basically a scholar.
I guess.
Small
Well, I am in
projects.
real life a college student.
We're going to tinker with the Akasha
Exactly,
terminal and
right.
make a few modifications.
I haven't done any research yet, and I don't expect to publish any research papers during my time working in computer science. But you
You
never
say
know.
that, but we all know what's happened.
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Alliance. Monthly purchase limit? Holy
Damn,
shit.
I
these
thought
team
we
rats call
agreed
people.
on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too
Friendship.
Rhino's
radical and
going
carries
AWOL,
a high risk for
that's not the correct way
casualties.
to use the word.
I've given it a lot of thought, and in
AWOL.
the end, I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan
You know
we
what?
have.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do another
As a
10
former
times.
Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw
got
the
an
danger behind these
I got an extra
so-called
two.
advantages.
Nice.
Hatham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Fog.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
Oh, that's summer again.
My friend,
Fog.
you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the
Already
meeting.
did.
As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Really?
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know.
Okay.
Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
You will arrest the mercenary.
Uh-huh.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered
Caravan
members of the
Rebot.
Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't
Oh boy,
Al-Haytham know
illegal
how
border
dangerous this
crossing.
plan is?
Illegal drugs.
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people
I've
like
lived
you
a hard
are
life.
hard to come by.
I've always
Seriously,
treated
that's
my
like this.
allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
You have the right to
You're
remain
making this
silent.
hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
Maybe I can butt in on all this in this love affair you guys are having right now.
That's
I
a
knew you
complete
would say
lie.
that.
You knew I would say that. Okay, so you're not denying that you guys are having
Fight
a
some of the mercenaries,
lovers
which
quarrel
should
right
reduce
now.
the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Yes. Good idea, actually, Paimon.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support.
Walls of
We will
victory.
show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Nice.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer
Now that
refuse.
you put it that
Oh
way.
wow, Sino,
But
actually.
remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's
Those of-
life is equally important.
I
Okay.
got you, fam.
You have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
Yeah.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Here we go. Operation Save the Lolly Princess, baby.
There must still be traces of King Deshret's familiar.
Operation Save the Lolly Princess. Well, ain't
Guards,
dead.
General
So-
Time for
Mahamatra!
phase
To
one.
what do we owe the honor?
Phase one.
Illegal border
keep your
crossing.
voice down.
Why are you
This is a
facing
secret
Juan?
operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location.
Why are you fighting
According to
Juan,
the
Leslie?
Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret
What?
Operations, I have the right to
Why are
ask
you
for the
fighting
cooperation
Juan?
of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and
I
how
thought
many
Sino
people are
was-
you expecting?
Are-
Depending
are
on the scale
people
of this
just not aware
operation,
yet,
we may
or
need to
am I
report it to our
misremembering?
superiors.
They're a
Whatever.
squad of
Yeah, definitely
Eremites whose number is
remember.
comparable to Ain El Akmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar. This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Cool. So that's how you're like.
Because this is work.
Yeah.
Because I trust you.
Okay.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
There is
The
always
Caravan
risk.
Rebot operation is of great importance.
Yep,
But don't worry,
and the plan
the guards there
being
shouldn't know
put
that
on
Sino has stepped down.
flashback.
How can you be so sure?
Ah, yeah.
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure. A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue.
I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation. The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually,
Considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
With me? Oh god, Dad's calling me.
That's true.
Oh no!
But why?
Let's
Hello?
keep getting involved with his
Hold on,
dad.
I'll be right back. Hello? I'm fine. No. Well, our internet's bad. Yeah. Sorry. 8 p.m. where I am. Way past that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Great luck. See you. Bye bye. Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. What did your dad call you?
He's just checking up to see if I'm fine.
Which you are definitely not.
I'm fine. This isn't
No,
my
you're
first
not.
time being freaking alone.
You're not fine. You're never fine.
How's the song go again? Or the meme, I mean.
Look at it from a different angle.
Anyway, let's
Why do you
continue.
think the Akasha will predict your actions?
You were
Because my
never fine
personal
in the
data
first
has been
place.
entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just
Dad
how
asked
can
if I
it do
had
this in
dinner,
the first
and
place?
I actually want to eat
Because
some
the
more
Akasha
stuff.
controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the
Emotions sure are a
past, you've
thing.
always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data.
Muddied
So,
waters.
in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
Whew. Paimon's so glad that this is settled.
Okay.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
We got this.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Wakarimashita.
Footsteps!
General
Yes,
Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
The Grand Desert Desert District.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
Just Paimon.
Construct beep!
Holy shit!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun.
How the hell did you do that, Paimon? You never
This
told me
the
you could do
latest
that with your
technology
eyes.
From the academia?
I mean, nice to meet you too.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I'd always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
I admit it does feel good.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Aha! Viva la revolution! Man, what is up with me? Why have I been getting introduced to so many shit about revolutions and stories that are about power bullshit or whatever the fuck. Power... I forgot the proper term for it. I know it starts with the word power. Whatever. Like the fucking, I Wanna Marry the Villainess light novel I'm reading right now.
Power fantasy? What?
No. Power struggle, I believe, is the term I'm looking for.
But why?
You know, people vying for power, specifically political.
Rusty, but why?
I don't know. Just strange timing and convenience, I suppose.
Power struggles. Everywhere. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's
Yes.
time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Here we go. Yeah, even though Nahida's only level 70 and her talents are still shit, she's already plenty good. And honestly, since she mostly relies on reactions, I guess that's the whole reason why her burst doesn't even deal damage in the first place. Because, like, she's all about the reactions. You know? And that's sort of... And her skill is literally to enable even more reactions as well. So, yeah. Nahida is therefore the most reactionary protagonist to ever exist in all of fiction. Aha.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
No.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't see what you did there.
writers can understand. Anyway, I want some food. I'll be right back.
Success. That sounds really good. Oh, bug, 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 bug.
Yo, that took a while.
Yeah, it did.
I was very picky with my food. Actually, hold on, I need to check something. Alright, all's good. I should have left the game actually open with Nahida so we could have heard her stuffy
Yeah.
stuff dialogues. Oh well. I want to listen to them. Anyway, where are we going? Yeah, picking up stuff from afar with Nahida feels nice.
I see everything.
I see everything.
Look, over there.
I know
Our
too
helpers
much.
have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
So,
Wait a moment.
you know how Nahida takes dreams,
It's you.
right? Or the
You're my
fucking
assistant,
the fucking shit
remember?
does. Right?
Uh-huh.
They also see
Being my
dreams.
assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we
You're
think the
early.
operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to
Cool.
hear your sense of resolve.
Yeah, to give out.
Remember, we must capture them alive. They are
Let's
our
capture
only
them alive.
leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want?
What a
Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Am I gonna get the trial
Who are you
final?
supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Nope. It's okay. Whee! Behold a dome.
Make yourselves at home.
Make yourselves at home. My god, what is up with this lag? And why do I have a time limit?
That's why after
Fire hazard.
It's a really large area. I'm pretty sure Nahida's burst pretty much covers all of the abyss arena size.
No, it's not that big.
Time for a light show.
It should still be pretty big. I mean, it's bigger than any area of effect I've ever seen. So far.
But it's not as big as this.
Yeah, definitely. That's a bit of an over-exaggeration, maybe.
Hey.
And that's what it's massive.
It's cool that you actually do have allies fighting, and you can see them fight.
Take this.
I don't know, man. I thought, you know what would have been cooler, Resty?
Yeah.
If Nahida's burst did some activation damage. You know.
Yeah, it's the only burst in the entire game so far that deals no damage.
It's
The
over.
first of
What do
its
you mean,
kind.
Resty? There's Barbara.
Oh yeah, you're right. It
We have
heals.
subdued them. The operation is now over.
Barbara's
All Eremite
activation doesn't
mercenaries
do
and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
Pitiful Dendro Arch!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
Nice.
King Deshret will curse you, and you will all!
What he got? What he got against Nahida?
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to
That
the
was
Academia
some
as
good
instructed by the
acting.
General Mahamatra. Yes, sir! Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood.
You
are dismissed.
Please.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Right. So,
This part of the
cool.
plan went really well.
Hopefully the rest of the plan
Yes.
can go well as
Things
well.
went perfectly.
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Rum on there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
I'll return
I
to
promise.
Caravan Rebot.
I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
It's hard to tell who's talking sometimes when, in the minor characters, unless you have names, because they all kind of sound the same.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
Like Ramen and the General, I'm
It's not
pretty
the time
sure
to celebrate
they
yet.
basically had the exact same voice actor, man.
I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her.
Oh, yeah, what
She will
happened
need
to
you
her?
to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
Well, if he doesn't know that we're holding back the full picture, then there's nothing for him to be mad about, Paimon.
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message
Oh, you're
alone
good
should be
friends
enough
with
to bring him
Tainari,
to our
apparently?
side.
Okay.
He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option.
Cool.
Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
Tainari's
Don't
the
keep them
best
waiting.
Eremite Lamide. That's the name for an achievement. That's some sort of reference that I don't know, that I'm unaware of.
Probably.
Eremita na credite. Okay. Right, back to the caravan. Why is Caravan Rebat named Caravan Rebat? It can't move. It's not a caravan. Not by a long shot.
I mean, you don't know that.
Dia, we're here!
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the
It's
plan is
about
the most
time.
important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Okay, that you downed
Sorry.
7
I didn't
drinks.
mean to keep you waiting.
And did some shopping.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a
Okay.
little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of.
Filipino time, baby!
I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take
All
care of this
joking
as soon
aside?
as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash
Jeez,
the
that was
party,
from the
it would be
windows.
next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that.
Are you still playing right now? I can assume then that means you think it's fun?
According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest
Path to
Watcher
nowhere.
Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's
yeah, I'm
sources
playing.
are solid, then we can be sure that
I
Tainari
see.
still has the Academia's trust.
I mean,
So, we'll find Tainari and
I'd
convince
say
him to
that
get
it's
us
at
the
least
latest
better than
intel on the
Arknight.
Doctor. Then, depending
Cool.
on the
because of
plan,
Arknight
we'll make
forcing you
any
to play
necessary
tutorials and
adjustments
shit,
to our
you know?
plan. The sages have placed spies
You think it will
everywhere on the other
overtake
side of the wall.
Arknights?
I'll follow you as a bodyguard.
Arknight has a massive fucking following.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to shake sturdy walls.
You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
Indeed.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
What?
How much more do you want? I'm not sure we can afford it.
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Are you flirting with...
Come on, give me a smile
with
so that I can be less worried.
Smile.
Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider
Considering
this
how
smile a
tanned you
down
are, I
payment
can't
for
help but
future
compare you to
victory.
Pure Soleil now.
Let's go. It's time to pay a visit
Especially
to
now that
Party's
you're talking
DI.
about smiles now as well. What the fuck? Kirameku Hoshi no chikara de Akogare mo
Where to see you in
Anata ni egau yo Twinkle twinkle purikyu Twinkle twinkle purikyu
Where's the
Tuta
twinkle? I don't know.
twinkle. Alright, I'll stop there now.
He's over there. Let's
What the
go
hell
say
was that
hi.
even?
The song plays whenever the characters in Twinkle Star Peak are transforming.
Tainari!
Ah. Okay.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hands down the best transformation
And you?
sequence in all of anime for me. No cap. Fight me. I will fight you. If you disagree.
I mean, have you seen Power Rangers?
I mean, they're nice and quick.
Question, is Power Rangers just magical girls? Minus
Yeah,
the
it
girl
technically
part?
is just magical girls, but with men.
Yes.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
Shows for men are more inclusive.
Mercenary.
You know,
Hmm,
they
you
actually
must have
have
some
males
big
in their
news for
cast.
me.
They have males and females in their cast.
Yeah, indeed.
Unlike
Something
magical
really
girls, which are
important.
purely
Please help us
girls
out.
or people who, or men who get gender bent into girls,
All right, then follow me.
which is still technically a girl, I guess.
This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me?
You know, the doctor. Turn off my pain inhibitors.
The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Party's DI just a little while ago.
You
Oh,
left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can.
no space. No
you don't
space.
have to tell me everything that's
A
happening.
typo.
Sino's name really
No.
does work wonders. You're not even a little worried
Why
that
were
you
you so
might have made
excited
it all
about
up?
a typo?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the
Bruh.
serious type.
No
Between
space, no
you, the
space.
traveler, and Sino,
I
you
like
strike me as the
nitpicking shit
type
like
that would
that,
conspire
okay?
to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't
What's
want
wrong
to.
with you?
I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned
After
came
playing
to me
Blue
because he wanted to
Reflection
take the
and
scholar
its horrible
Hypatia away with him.
English translation filled with typos.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
How bad was the typo, sir?
It's just a missed space.
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
It's not like the voice actor could
Yes.
voice
He
act
told
out
me his
a
return to
missed
Snezhnaya
space.
is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more.
Perhaps
I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Oh, Hypatia is
sources
the
are
lady
accurate.
that went insane.
No doubt, because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh, I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment
So
and
people have
see
been
to her recovery.
people who went insane
Would that be
from doing the
agreeable
thing
to you?
have been
Hypatia
cured
was
before.
born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass.
But you let Hypatia go
I don't
anyways
know
in
much
the
about
end.
the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to
Yes, his
detest.
smugness makes you really want to
It's not
punch
so
him in
much
the
that he's
nose.
looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in
Who is the
himself and his
smug one, then?
abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes
I
perfect
see, I
sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I
You're
must
still
say,
young.
you are not like
I
what
think
I
the
had
doctor could have
expected.
really benefited from having a more avant-garde.
Under normal circumstances, I
acting.
wouldn't just let you off the hook like this.
You know,
But
something with a lot of
unfortunately, I'm in a hurry
emotions
today.
and stuff like
What with her most
Ito.
noble majesty, the Tsaritsa, calling for our return.
Yeah, whatever you say,
That's how you
Luckily,
sell
there
up.
is still
That's how you
some
sell an
time left
arrogant
for me
prick.
to take care of everything before I leave.
Make him very
Yeah,
It's just
flamboyant.
as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar.
Yeah, whatever
Sadly,
you say.
even with all of that, you're still
Yeah.
lacking
Well, who
a
am
bit of
I to fucking
shrewdness.
tell game
And that's also
developers
why
how to
people like you
fucking
can never
develop their
realize
game?
that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Okay.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
That's because he
He
is
asked a
Paimon.
question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
No, I doubt
don't
it will
think I
be.
missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
Your assistance was of great importance. Thanks.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay.
Dia has 4 ears.
I have an
You
obligation
can see her
to do
real
so.
ears as well as her animal ears.
To be perfectly
From
honest,
the fact that she's a beast person.
all of this may have started because of me.
You
Nice.
think?
Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
That's pretty dank.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The academia,
mater.
yes, but
I've never heard
my
anyone
master
say it
is a
like
man
that.
of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for
Never heard
sticking to his
anyone say what?
beliefs.
Alma
I suppose
mater
he's
is
lucky to
alma
have lasted
mater.
so long.
Alma
But
mater.
in the end,
Well, now
still
you
caught
have,
up to him.
Resty. There's a first for everything.
Apparently so.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the academia from the very
And
beginning.
just like with dying,
This may well
sometimes
be
there's
how
only a
Sino
once
became
for
involved in all
everything.
this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino
Alma
again,
mater.
please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think
Okay.
this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis DI?
That way.
That away.
Gotcha. Thanks so much.
Good
We'll be
daddy.
on our way.
Johnny.
Janet.
According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that?
I really feel like
We
the
need
game's
to be
super
extra
quiet for
careful
some
when dealing
reason.
with a person like him.
I keep forgetting
Just
to
to be
check my
safe,
settings.
let's chase
though.
him and see what we
After this
find.
cutscene, I'll make sure to check.
We have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me.
Okay.
That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail.
Fuck. I'm gonna miss out on all the dialogue because I went to the pause menu like this. No! Anyway, it's all fine.
Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is.
Aw, I missed some dialogue! Fuck!
Yep, we're headed in the right direction.
Good job, Resty.
The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly, they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went.
Okay.
To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
That makes enough
Port
sense.
Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's
what
right.
other ways?
Let's go to the
Is
port
there-
and have a
do you
look
see
for
any
ourselves.
planes? Do you see any airports? Paimon, Snezhnaya. Actually, I don't know where Snezhnaya is located into that.
It's up north, actually. Duh. Who do you think Snezhnaya is?
Hypergore, okay? I mean, hopefully the archives keep dialogues from the walking simulators as well.
What do they do? Not.
Well, god damn it. I'm super mad now. I'm gonna beat up these mushrooms because they looked at me
I'm
funny.
super mad now. I'm dad. So, how's the fucking quest so far? I'm gonna do that after I run out of stamina here.
Time for a
Which is
lecture.
about to happen soon.
So far, interesting, I guess.
Gotta watch it.
I don't really know what you
Into the
want to
guild.
learn from me here.
Hey,
Hey, listen!
Okay, when you're Navi now.
fire hazard.
Hey, listen!
Look out! Watch out!
Listen! Listen!
Ocarina of Time is one of those games I have in my backlog. A game I keep saying I'll play someday but still hasn't. Kind of like what's it called? Evangelion Genesis. One of those anime I said I'd watch but never have
Genesis
yet.
Evangelion. Yeah. Hey, listen!
Like, you know it's good, everyone always only ever says it's good. Like, I can't help but feel like sometimes, doesn't that make it feel like it's not worth experiencing something? When people give something high praises, like, if you know it's already good and people keep giving it high praises, then is there even really a point in experiencing it? You already know it's gonna be good, so why even bother? When you could be going for experiences that you're not familiar or sure of yet, that will be great or not. That's what I think anyway.
Well, that's what you think.
Truly.
Truly. Fucking idiotic.
Everyone hold hands.
Everyone hold hands, we're dying together.
Why does she want everyone to hold hands?
Fuse is lit.
Because she's taking a picture. And also one of her idol animations is a paper doll thing of holding hands.
So why?
It's a common symbol for unity and
I know,
nature
but why?
and stuff. I don't know either, honestly. I wish I could tell you. But I'm just as clueless as you are.
But why?
Oh, can the Hida pick up objects on the ground? Dropped by enemies? No. Oh well.
No, just plan. Yes, it's just plan.
Why
Very
am I
sad.
walking manually to Port Ormos? What the fuck am I doing with my life right now? Wasting time.
I guess you want to experience the scenery or something.
I guess. Maybe I just wanted an excuse to use Nahida some more. Can Nahida see the minds of people here as well? Nice.
Maybe I should get some earplugs.
Armos' theme is epic though. I like it.
It is very epic. The best of the best.
Fatui soldiers! Quesadilla's tracking skills seems we found the right place.
Looks like they travel quite slow.
Don't draw their attention.
They definitely know who we are.
Soldiers.
Let's keep going
Fucking
and see what we can
idiotic
find.
motherfucker.
Eh?
Nah, don't worry about it.
This
That was
is a
the
proper farewell ceremony for us
I'm just
next Nine
curious what
Harbinger.
the heck. Oh my god.
Lord Harbinger is leaving.
Oh my god.
I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland.
This
Back
song
then,
is not fitting for
the
this
doctor
stealth section.
spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru
I mean, who are you to say
rubbed
that?
off on him. It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the
Jeez,
life
why
there
are there
again.
so many Fatui?
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday, but his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You
Why
must
did the
be
dialogue
mistaken.
cut off?
Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
It is surprising how well I've
The
been
doctor
sneaking
is
so
on
far.
that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him.
Wow, it is impressive how I got away with all
This
that
place will
stupid.
do.
I
We
was
can hide
literally
here
just
while we keep
walking
an eye on the boat.
in plain sight. Huh? As they say, to hide a
Sneaking
tree,
around,
hide it
then.
in the forest.
You are
Do we
walking
run?
in plain sight. That's called being sneaky. You know?
Yes.
Nobody expects the unexpected, which is you walking in plain sight. Right?
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is
You know, I'm
he
gonna
the
do the
only
boat quest
person
now,
on the boat?
After this.
I
You
see.
mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just now?
What the hell is happening?
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
Oh,
now,
so that's why I didn't.
vanished.
So that's why
So
it
this was a
wasn't.
trap.
The Akasha terminal's fucking with us.
Wait, don't tell me that.
It was? It is?
Luckily, there is
Get
still
after
some
it.
time
Go
left
after
for me to
him
take
right
care of
now.
everything before I leave.
No, he's sailing.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
Party's yeah.
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh
Assassination.
no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Let's go!
Again,
Let's
it
go.
would have been convenient if teleport waypoints were an actual thing. And we could actually teleport. Like, rather than running, we just teleport. Like I just did, just now. I said, like I did, just now. Oh fuck, I can't teleport, are you fucking joking? Partis DI is the whole. Okay, there we go.
Why can't you teleport?
It was just laggy.
Party's DI is
Lag.
not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
So fun.
I
Lag.
believe we've already made ourselves quite
Whoa,
clear.
look at that
Our
moustache.
superior gave us permission to search
That's the
for
first
and
time I've
collect
seen a
medicinal
fucking
herbs in Pardeus DI for
Fatui person
research
with a moustache like
purposes.
that. Damn.
But you've been in
With a
Sumeru for
what?
some time already.
That guy's
I
got a
find it
moustache.
coincidental that you chose to
Moustache.
only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not
Why
have
are
the
you
right to
surprised
question our
about
research,
Muspa?
much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform
Yeah,
you.
just some
Don't
no-name
make
guy.
things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
And now we're gonna
No one will
fight.
lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Sainari, I suggest you back off from them and immediately go after Hypatia.
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed
These
the line.
guys are
Time
most
to teach
likely
them a
nothing more
lesson.
than distractions. Whatever. What choice do I have?
Let's dance.
We got Geo and Pyro. It's easy enough. I just need to take care of
Fire
Geo.
hazard.
He's the biggest threat since I don't have any claymores.
I hate
There's no use
fucking
resisting.
Lania.
Give us Hypatia.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Tainari, beat him up!
It would have been the perfect chance for us to try out Sainari. Of course, they gotta be stingy about shit like that.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
Lightning slash! Thunderclap! The fuse is lit!
And why are there mushrooms joining the fight now, as well? I hope they don't attack me during the cutscene.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Okay, finally, you're speaking some sense. Makasete kudasai.
Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in.
We can't be too sure. She could be a body double.
Well, how is she?
I don't think she's a body double.
Oh, that's good.
I rolled my perception. I got a 5. I think I succeeded. I rolled for insight.
So, you think this is over?
Oh, are you gonna do the fandango? Thunderbolt.
Scaramouche, fandango.
What? The balladeer is here?
Do you like dango, Resty?
I've never tasted one before. I only know about them from Toho memes.
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
That's very...
At 2 times. We've only met 2 times.
Where is he?
What do you mean we only met 2 times? When?
The first time was during Inazuma, when he knocked us out.
No, you're an idiot, Resty. We've met 3 times. Scaramouche, right?
Yeah?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you
You're
know.
forgetting about official event back then.
Don't you remember?
Didn't
I
participate
already
in that.
saw you the first time
Yeah,
you came
you
to
didn't
Party's
participate,
DI
but that's the
and made
first time we've
contact with
met him.
Hypatia.
I see.
I
Yeah,
didn't
and
need
Mona
to
was
do
like,
anything.
"Oh, I'm gonna teleport
It is
everyone
her
away."
honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
I see. Oh, I forgot.
Who are you talking to? It
Well,
can't be
you
the
didn't
balladeer,
participate
right?
because you didn't participate, Resty.
That's impossible.
Don't worry about
I know
it,
you must
Paimon.
be
He's in
curious.
my mind right now.
I might as well tell you that
That's
I
why you
decided
can't
to
see
enter
him.
Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch.
Ah, how kinky.
I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
What are you doing?
Shut the fuck up, Paimon. I just said he's on my mind.
My deification is nearly complete.
No, I'm not
All
in
that's
love.
left now are just some final details.
Do you understand?
You know, because
Even
when
if you
a
manage to
person's on
rescue
your
Lesser
mind a
Lord
lot,
Kusanali,
that's
it would
typically
be
a sign that
impossible for
someone's in
you
love in
to defeat a
fiction.
bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me?
Who said she was gonna fight you?
Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a God as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable.
Hypocrisy.
Yes.
Ba't no brand yung
What
tawag?
is it?
You gay?
Ano yan? Maling translation.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this.
Cool. Good to know.
What do you mean?
You know... The dialogue's going too fast. I would voice act it out. But I don't even do that anyway nowadays anymore.
Yeah, because you're a fucking
Those words
idiot.
almost make you sound like a
Of
friend
course,
who actually
when
cares.
we get to see the traveler
But you're wrong.
do a conversation,
I'm different from
it's
all of
all in
you.
her mind, so she doesn't have to
I
do
was
any
born
voice
to
acting.
become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just
Yeah,
think about a
Rusty,
sheet of paper. By
whatever you
itself, it holds no meaning. The
A
content
child may
recorded
be
on
born,
it
might
is what
be
gives it
given
value.
birth by their
All
parents
I had
with
recorded
an
down
intent
before
purpose.
were
But
some
in the end,
painful
your life
memories
is your life,
and
my
boring
dude.
human feelings. Such senseless
In the
trivia
end, your
Who
life
cares
is
what your
worthless.
mother wanted you
long
to
time
become?
ago. Indeed, to me, the
Rusty,
sight
in
of
the
you
end,
fools in your
your
futile
life is
struggles
meaningless.
is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction?
You wouldn't understand. Because I don't understand it either.
I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having.
Doesn't mean you
So
can
here's a word of
understand it.
advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone
Man.
else's. Humans are a
is so hateable,
species
right?
that can only find bliss
Makes
in
he
ignorance.
very much another person you want to punch in the nose, I guess.
You're like trying to be like, oh,
You've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position,
he's just basically
I think
Xiao,
you'd
but
feel the
worse.
same way.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower.
Good
All
for you,
gods need
oh
followers.
god to be.
So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory.
There are only 7 gods now for a reason. My dude.
You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging.
Yeah, you're gonna be someone I beat up on a weekly basis soon enough.
Who wants to hurt my devout follower?
Huh.
The doctor wants to hurt my first follower?
Since you can read my mind, you should have no doubt that I'm telling the truth, yeah?
How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord?
That wasn't my
The
intention
doctor
in the
has
first
never
place.
known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god.
That puny human
You're
is your
still too
comrade,
naive
that
if you
man.
think a few words
At
will
least
be
show
enough
some
to
respect.
convince me to destroy the doctor.
What the fuck was that?
But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia.
I will
It is
do
an
the world
honor
quest,
for you to be
the
able
story
to
quest I
stand
mean,
here
after I
and
finish my
speak with
commissions.
me. As my listener, you will be rewarded.
Man, this
Ooh,
that'll
Katie
work.
with the reward.
Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
That's why they suck.
Paimon hears thunder!
I see.
That person Paimon
Nothing
couldn't
more
see was
than
the
the
Belladere!
imitation of the
Oh, he
real
sure chatted with
thing.
you for a while.
Paimon is sus.
Clear skies will do nothing to hide the brilliance of thunder.
Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go!
I forgot
Tanai and Dia
Raiden
still must
already
be
gave
fighting.
up her. Well, actually, it was Yai who gave the gnosis. Whatever. Who cares?
Paimon's.
Damn you, Yai. Now they have the ability to control the weather.
They can?
I'd like to be able to control the weather as well myself.
Have the Fatui retreated?
You're controlling weather, actually.
Oh, hey, you're Electrode.
Hey!
You're Electro.
He's hurt.
He's Electro charged, man. Doesn't it usually wear off
I've seen
after 5
Eremites get
seconds?
struck by lightning before. You need
Why is he
to
Electro
rest.
charged?
Struck by lightning?
He got
We were
struck by
fighting,
lightning during
and
the rain.
just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely
Hydro
strange.
plus Electro.
Lightning
Electro
started
charge,
attacking everyone,
you know?
almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only 2 of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
Cool.
That-
Scaramouche doesn't
All
care
the
about
Fatui
him.
soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry?
So I don't mean to tell you, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think I might have angered a thunder god. Not Thor. Thor doesn't exist in this universe.
It's all
Or
right.
Zeus, I mean. But
I'm sure you also never expected this to
Thor,
happen.
Zeus. Same shit,
Don't blame
man.
yourself. My
True.
wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
I haven't. She hasn't been struck by lightning, at least.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case.
Just in case.
Go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there.
You say Nari, Death Flag?
Nah, Tinari isn't gonna die, Rusty.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Can't die.
I thought Scaramouche said he had a gift for me, not for Tainari.
Well, I guess you do look kind of, similar.
Sure.
I mean, look.
She's fine.
Traveler, Tignari, it has the letter R in it.
First.
Both. So,
I understand
yeah,
that
close
condition.
enough.
They're
wound
the
is
same
not
amount of letters?
I'll be all right.
Ugh. The more
That's
you
what I
think
understand
traveling-
medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Tignare. Yeah, they're both 8 letters.
He sat down.
Both letters.
Let me rest for a bit.
Didn't even know that, but now I do.
Sorry, Traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That
Redonkulous.
sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me.
This is all way beyond anyone,
As long as I can
girl.
enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough.
Oh,
I'll
no.
only
People
work
don't
when I
know how
have
to
to.
control their ambition.
I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't
That's a good
say
thing.
that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to and left Sumeru in a hurry.
Yep.
I
So
murdered.
we're not fighting the doctor yet. He just kind of showed up,
Duh, why
looked
would we be
cool,
fighting the doctor, Wesley? The
and
world
then
boss is
left.
fucking Scaramouche.
Yeah, I know. It's just I find it really weird that they tease him like this, and then he'd do absolutely nothing of value to the story. Well, I guess he forced us to leave, and like he did injure and capture Nahida, but like, come on, that's superficial.
Superficial.
Okay.
Superficial.
Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer.
Oh,
Is that why they tried to
superficial,
seize
Wesley.
Hypatia?
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So,
Why the fuck is Paimon
what
talking
could
like
be
that?
there?
Yeah, she talks like that when she's thinking real hard, I guess.
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions.
Balladeer.
He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So,
Yeah.
How much
the
energy
doctor
No,
was
they're
recharge this
both
year?
actually
technically
How much energy
gay, would
harbingers.
the Balladeer zap him with lightning?
Huh?
Based on what the traveler has said,
How much
I
energy
think he
recharge
would.
this year? Nahid?
Having the
Nahida
doctor
have
gone benefits him
Exactly
as well as us.
100.
100. Energy recharge?
Yep.
Oh, not energy recharge. Elemental mastery, eh?
Oh, 600 something something.
Not a lot.
Yeah. And it could get to 1000 if I decided to go full elemental mastery with all my main stats.
So, Wesley,
In
you
other
wanna know how
words,
much I have?
we've successfully
How
completed the
much?
stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
It's only 445.
That's a big accomplishment.
He technically didn't need to do anything
I'm
for him to
so happy
leave.
for you.
Because he
My
Thank you
was
for the
energy
help,
recharge is
Tainari.
445.
Make sure you rest up for now.
cool.
Yeah, I can get that to like over 1,000 if I level 90 my weapon.
Okay,
You
that
mean
wraps things
elemental
up for us
mastery,
here
right?
at
Not
Party's
energy
DI.
recharge, because you said energy
Traveler,
recharge
it's about
again.
time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar.
I don't know why I keep saying energy recharge.
Let's continue
Energy
to keep a low
mastery,
profile.
elemental
You can head there
recharge.
once you're ready.
Yes.
You can just focus on your plan. Leave Hypatia to me.
What
My
about
wound
you?
isn't going to get in the way.
Yo.
Okay. Guess I'll sit still for a little while longer.
Have fun.
I am going to catch you someday. Catch you some fish.
Right, so your default dialogue for Nahida is just ... for characters that don't have any dialogue.
Hey, yo, Wesley, go look at Tori, the traveler, I mean, and then go look at the about Nahida. Maybe. I don't know.
Sure. I'm not stopping playing yet, but I have been recording for 2 hours now. I'm gonna stop this recording and continue on the next episode. But before I end this episode...
Before Resty end episode. Yeah, you kind of forgot about that, right? Resty, like taking a look at one traveler voice line every episode.
Yeah, I gave up. With that a long
That's just
time
you being
ago.
lazy. That's just you being lazy.
Sure, fuck.
Do 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 do. So what fucking item are you using right now? Like, what's your equipment?
I just have the fan.
Yeah, I have the liar. Yeah, I don't know why I said liar. Are you a liar, Resty?
I sure am. That's
But
a lie.
you're not an instrument.
That's why I said it's a lie.
But what counts as a liar in the liar?
Where the hell is about Nahida? I can't find it.
Maybe it's not there yet.
Let's just talk about Doris Genie.
How did a
What about
genie
Dory?
that big get into Dory's lamp?
There's only one way to find out. In you go, Paimon.
Well,
Not a chance. There's no
No,
way Paimon would
it's been a
fit
long
there.
time since I heard
Okay,
Traveler
well,
in English.
if you want, you can be the genie of the Serenity Pot instead.
Ooh, great idea. Paimon's down.
You seem pretty excited about this.
Yeah. Paimon's been wanting to try this for
Like,
ages.
bro, I still don't understand, Resdi. Why they fucking made Traveler silent when he has fucking voice.
From a distant land.
LOLI.
Come on. Now you have to grant Paimon 3 wishes. Paimon's first
Dun,
wish
dun,
is,
dun, dun, dun.
bring Paimon lots of delicious food.
Paimon, you're not
supposed to be the one making
wishes.
You're not the one supposed to be what now? Dialogue from Pasmal Gate. Where does it want me to go? Hello?